Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Chess and welcome back to the Earth Survival video. Today we will discuss a little bit about something that I was thinking for a while, and it's a little bit interesting but also not that interesting in a way that it really reshapes the entire game mechanics. Like it's a core mechanics that I kept asking about myself. So will the game actually implement temperature stats or heat stats, as well as along with food stat and then water stat over here and then energy stat? What about the heat stat or temperature stat? Because it is like interesting question. There are some survival games where they actually measures, or they actually affects your heat as well. Like if you're too cold, then you will start getting hypothermia, and then you will lose health. And then if you're too hot, then you will lose water easily, and then again you will also lose your health, like you got burned, right? Because you're too hot. So you need to cool down now. um, there's also some other games that don't implement that, like for example Minecraft. A game as complex as Minecraft, they don't actually implement heat temperature actually, or heat stats or temperature stats. Well, apart from when you go to the ice blocks, I guess, not ice blocks, I think the snow blocks, you will start to freeze and then you will take health. But in general, there's not really any heat parameter. And yeah, I was questioning, like, will the game actually introduce heat stats in the game or not, like in the future? When I said in the future, like far far in the future, because well, first, the problem about that is that it will revamp the entire game. Like, there's so many mechanics that involve heat, right? Like, for example, the things over here in front of you here that I show. For first, like we have fire, right? So, if you don't have fire in your house, then at night you will start getting cold, and then your temperature will drop. And again, if your temperature is too low, then you will start getting hypothermia. You will move slower, you will get damaged every time, and then yeah, it's bad. So fire, which means that you have to have some sort of fire in at night. Yeah. And then things like ice, like because like during winter there's ice, right? Every water turns into ice. So maybe you will be able to eat ice, to get yourself some water. But doing so, you probably like maybe you will get some cold stats. You will lower your temperature even further. So if you're already low temperature, you will get even lower temperature, and then again you will start getting hypothermia, which is bad. So yeah. But if it's like if you have fire, but you're too much being around fire, then your temperature will increase. For instance, you will get overheating. You'll get overheated, and you probably need some water to cool down yourself, right? Like for instance, if you're already low temperature, like normal temperature, drinking clean water will not reduce your temperature even further. It's just gonna stop at certain temperature. For instance, like room temperature, that is a possibility. And then there's also hot coffee and cold coffee. Like if you ever never brew yourself coffee in game, there's actually two state of the coffee. First, the hot. Once like what is it, brew the coffee, you will get yourself hot coffee. But if you leave the coffee too long, it will actually turn to cold coffee. And as you can see, there is difference. Maybe if it's hot coffee, it will also increase your temperature for a bit, so you don't get hypothermia. And then if you drink cold coffee, then maybe you will lose some of those temperature as well, or heat. And yeah, and we kind of already tell, right? By this point, the game will get a little bit too complicated. And I feel like it's gonna bring more difficulty than easy. Oh no, no, like how do I say this? It will be more difficult to play the game than it is, more easy to play the game. So yeah, I feel like it won't do anything. So yeah, let's continue here. Like we have ice cream, obviously. So if you eat ice cream, then you will get, your temperature lowered again. And then there is equipment as well. Like for instance, if you use this polar armor, for instance, it has fur, so there is some protection against heat. For instance, your heat will not change. Maybe, right? Yeah. Um, like maybe if you're cold in cold, then you will start regaining some heat up until certain points, and then Santa's coat as well. And then if you use, like for instance, steel armor over here, the steel armor, it is made of steel, so if it's if the weather is hot, you will get warm faster. And if it's like winter, during winter, then you will get cold faster as well, because it's metal, right? This is steel, so yeah, it will absorb heat basically, and also release heat as well. So yeah, and then there's also like prospector armor as well. This is from titanium, right? Which is metal. So yeah, metal is it's a great conductor, right? So yeah, and then there is also these demon guys, because as you can see, if you wear this, yeah, you're just basically naked, right? Like you have no shirt, so this will make you um very prone towards cold, right? So you will catch cold faster because you don't have any shirts on. And maybe because this is demon guy, so maybe if it's like during hot temperature or hot weather, you will not get affected by the heat because you are a demon. You like heat, right? So yeah, that doesn't affect you. Maybe there is that. But like again, like I said, it's gonna make the game more complicated, in my opinion. So yeah, if you ask me, will they add temperature mechanics like core mechanics? I don't think so. Even though given a long time as well, I don't think like in 5 years they will actually introduce temperature, or even how long this game will last. I feel like um, it's not gonna happen basically because uh, it really revamps the entire mechanics. Like just talking about some of these, right? And as we all know, there's so many other items in the game. All of these items over here, they might contribute to hit as well. So yeah, it's gonna be difficult, I would say, for the developers. And I feel like the developers are only from few people as well. It's I feel like it's not gonna be enough people to like literally redo the entire game, because there's a new stats, which is heat. So we have food, we have water, we have energy, and then maybe after that we have temperature. Again, that is like the entire mechanics of the game will get rebooted basically. Now, I didn't per se say that it will be impossible. Maybe it is impossible, maybe it is impossible, maybe it is actually possible, but I don't know. I feel like the chance that it will actually happen, it will be very very low. Now I have no idea what's the plan for the developers for the game in the future. Maybe they already have some list about what they are trying to do with the game. Obviously they will update the games every now and then. And yeah, but we'll see if they will actually do that. Although, like I said, I feel like 99% they will not do that. Well, even 99.99%. I feel like, the developers will not do that. Now, um, what happens if it actually does? Well, it will be an entirely new playthrough, I guess. There's meta. The meta will shift obviously. What else? Like, I don't know. Like, what people need will change obviously. People will do things differently obviously, and yeah, I feel like that, in bright side, like in positive side, it's gonna bring more complexity with the game, which is always nice, right? So more contents, more things for you to do, and yeah. But looking at the negative sides, I feel like there's more negative than the positive. Like, you know, usually when you stay at night, like outside, just sleep outside, you don't get affected by anything. But since this mechanics is introduced, just sleeping outside, you will get hypothermia, and then you will lose your health, for instance, which is kind of bad, right? Especially when you're new players, balancing things like this, it'll be it'll be extremely difficult in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know. And then like if you're like end game players as well, like you like to craft stuff, right? Like in fire, for instance, you use fire all the time. But if you keep crafting in front of fire, you will start building up those temperatures, and at some points you will get overheating. So it's bad in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know, but I feel like there's more negative than the positive that will come. um, so yeah, and also if that's the case as well, then obviously the developers will try to rebalance things out as well, and again, that actually take a lot of work. So yeah, I guess that is all about the discussion for this one. Like, what do I think about temperature? Like, will the game actually introduce temperature stats towards the game as its core mechanics? I would say the answer is no, because other games that I know, the games that already have temperature stats, they don't remove that. And for the game that doesn't have, didn't have temperature since the beginning of the game, they, didn't actually update the game to have. So, yeah, I feel like it's the same gonna happen with this game. They're not gonna add it to the game, although the contents, the ideas. That will actually put some creativity, I feel like, from the community. It will make the game more vibrant, I would say. But yeah, like I said, it's just gonna bring more negative than the positive. So yeah, maybe the developers like that. Who knows, but we'll see. Okay, but for now, I think over this one. Let me know what you think about temperature mechanics down below in the comments down below. Let me know if you like the idea or not. um, Definitely, if you're like new players, you probably will hate that, because you will have to, you will have to see your radiation points over here. You will have to take care of your food, your drink, your health, and now you actually have to take care of your temperature as well. So yeah, but anyway, again, let me know what you think. If you're like end game players, I would say you probably would like that to happen, right? Just so that there's more stuff in the game, so that it's not boring, so that it's not just crafting, hunting, and yeah, that's it. But anyway, I think over this one. I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay so stealthy. I will see you again tomorrow with another DR survival video. But until then, see ya.